Hello, you boy. I summon the Dark Magician in defense mode. Horrible impersonations with no effort for a card I was never alive to begin with. Now, as of the new ban list, the one deck that Dark Magician actually had winning chances against, which was Sky Striker, since Widow Anchor cannot affect Dark Magician due to him being a shitty 2500 vanilla, is quite perplexing. But here's the thing. I won't say that the Dark Magician deck is dead, for one reason. Something can't die if it wasn't alive in the first place. Same thing that something cannot be erased if the idea or the ideology or the physical form of it never exists in the first place. Dark Magician was never a good deck to begin with. And now in this video I'm going to be explaining why. And a lot of people think that a bond between teacher and student is going to be changing a lot for this sorry excuse of a deck. It changes nothing. Okay? As a matter of fact, if you're running bond between teacher and student, the only thing it gives you is more bricks just to pull off a single power play. And I'm going to explain my knowledge behind my opinions and why I feel this way and my theories behind this. So, let's say you open a... And I know some people that... Like, I watched a video online with someone who played 2 Dark Birdie Magics. In case you don't know what Dark Birdie Magic is, we'll bring it up for you right now. Dark Birdie Magic is a card that can be searched out with a bond between teacher and student. And that can be not necessarily searched out, but set to your side of the field so you can activate this card later. You need to control Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl in order to be able to destroy all cards on their side of the field. Just to let you know, if Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl are removed from your side of the field in the midst of you trying to activate this card, in the midst when you activate this card, then this card will fizzle out since Dark Magician Girl is no longer on field, making this card a dead play. And just to let you know, there are several examples of decks where destroying all of their cards is a horrible thing to do. For example, if you played this card against, I don't know, Cosmo or Burning Abyss or any other deck that is similar in the idea of being able to plus off of the graveyard, destroying their cards are only going to help them. This is a power play that has become very popular with Dark Magician, while I admit it will help against certain Floodgate decks. Like, if you manage to pull this card off against Ultrageist, that'd be good for you. I mean, congratulations for you, but you're not really achieving anything here. Considering that it's a quick play that you have to set for one turn, then activate it on your opponent's turn. Because a bond between teacher and student is a normal spell card. I'll bring up a bond between teacher and student in order to explain what the card does now. If you control Dark Magician, you special summon a Dark Magician Dark Magician Girl, from your hand, deck, or graveyard. So, now you have to run the one copy of Dark Magician Girl. Now, let me explain to you why these are all bricks. Dark Magician Girl shit, the card was never good to begin with, and the card will never ever be good in the first place. Unless if she gets some crazy tier 0 support that turns her into Zodiac, or Dragon Ruler, or Spellbook like tier 0 level. Unless if she gets some support that's on that level, Dark Magician Girl will never ever ever be competitive in Yu-Gi-Oh! For the reason that she has nothing really to do with the Dark Magician, aside from the fact that she gains 300 shitty attack points for every Dark Magician in both players' graveyards. Ooh. Should I bring up the one example in the tournament where this actually got up and this actually ended up being useful?
Finally, Yugi's defeated!
I don't think so. Take another look, Arcana.
No! But how? This was supposed to be my grand finale! It can't be! He had 500 more attack points than she did!
Wrong again. Dark Magician Girl gains 300 extra attack points for every Dark Magician that's inside the card graveyard, Arcana.
You're so skilled.
Making her strong enough to defeat your Dark Magician.
It still doesn't add up. There's only one Dark Magician card in your graveyard. Even with the extra 300 points, her total is only 2,300. That means my Dark Magician still outranks her by 200 points.
Open your eyes. If you were a master of the Dark Magician, you would have seen the answer in front of you.
Blind leading the blind.
No! It can't be! My first Dark Magician's there too! But why? Why would the power of my Dark Magician be reborn in your monster?
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a pure example. It's just a tiny example of the small time of one of those rare times where Dark Magician Girl gained extra attack points from Dark Magicians in your graveyard. It actually means anything. In other words, in 99.99% of your duels, she's just another vanilla, just like Dark Magician. Okay, let's get that out of the way. Dark Magician Girl is fucking horrible. So now we established that drawing Dark Magician Girl in your deck is absolutely horrible. So if you draw Dark Magician Girl at any time, she's automatically a dead card in your hand until you get your plays off. Okay? Now, most people will run one Bond Between Teacher's Student and one Dark Magician Girl. And then they'll run one Dark Burning Magic. All three of those cards have, in different scenarios, have potential to be bricks. If you fail to get the Dark Magician on your side of the field, if you fail to get anything related to Dark Magician on the board at all, which in a meta where you have to play against control, it's very easy for them to prevent you from even getting him on the board in the first place, especially in control formats. The only deck that this deck legit has good chances against is Sky Striker. That's it. And Sky Striker already sucks with one Kagari as it is anyways. So yeah. You're just running more bricks in your deck for the chance to get one power play to go off. Personally, I'd rather just run the engine for Dark Burning Attack in order to wipe out Floodgates going second. Like, if I really wanted to run this package, I legit just side Bond Between Teacher and Student if I was building the Dark Magician deck. Which I won't do because I hate the fucking card so much. Because I know a certain someone that won't stop talking about it. So, yeah. Such is life. And keep in mind that with cards like Thunder Dragon Colossus, cards like Dark Magical Circle end up being useless, and if you don't open the way to see the Dark Magician immediately, without searching, or you don't open the Magician immediately, and now, on top of that, you need to open a way to summon him. And that's assuming that they don't have any negations on their board. And sure, you can run cards like Solemn Strike, but again, cards like Ultrageist can play around Solemn Strike. With cards like Protocol, or if they're smart, they have Red Reboot. They have ways to work around Solemn Strike. They have Solemn Judgment too, so you're not surprising anybody. Like, bruh. And this is why I said the deck was never allowed to begin with, because Dark Magician has always been shit from day one. Has this deck ever topped the regional anytime this year? I don't see this deck getting any tops, aside from that random local deck profile that you would find on YouTube about Dark Magician. Sorry, people, had to sneeze. Like, aside from that random locals deck that you may see that might power Dark Magician the first to like top 4 OTS, Dark Magician's not going to do anything. Let's be honest with ourselves here. And you cannot build Dark Magician on the budget, because if you're building Dark Magician, you have no choice but to play cards like Pot of Extravagance or Phantasmes. If you don't play these cards, your list is just going to flat out suck. Because of the Dark Magician Girl and the Bond Between Teacher and Student, you can't play Power Desires anymore. Because if you play Power Desires, you're going to banish your combo pieces in order to get this play to go off. And yeah. And then they came out with the Keeper. And then they came out with that level 4 Searcher for Ayatamize and the Dark Magician. Like, ugh. Like, here's the problem. It's very rare you're actually going to be able to search up the Ayatamize. Like, and then they came out with the Ritual Magician of Chaos. If you don't know about the Magician of Chaos, take a look at the Dual Power set. He's in there. Like, they're trying to put rituals, fusions. What's next? They're going to make synchros for Dark Magician? I mean, come on. Come on, people. What are you trying to do here with Dark Magician? The whole point of Dark Magician is to get Eternal Soul resolved on the board, get a whole bunch of Apocryphy 4 towers in the form of Dark Magician on the board, and just beat the shit out of your opponent with a bunch of vanillas. That's the whole point of the deck. Like, if you're doing anything else like Bond Between Teachers doing, you're side decking engines like this for going second. Like, nothing more. I see people trying to main deck this. And if you saw Team Samurai X1's video about Dark Magicians versus Sky Strikers, keep in mind that the Sky Striker player was bad. He played Desires and he banished his Horned Drones. If he didn't banish his Horned Drones, then he would have been winning the game because he was able to resolve engage like 5 times at one duel because he opened the Beyond God hand. So if any of you saw that video, tough life. Anyways, yeah, if any of you guys saw Team Samurai X1's video about Dark Magician with a Bond Between Teacher and Student, trust me, the deck's trash. It's not going to do anything. Don't invest your money in this. If you're going to invest your money in road decks, keep your eyes out for the top 5 budget/road deck list I'm going to be doing later on today. Because that's going to be quite interesting. Don't waste your money on this overrated piece of shit. Dark Magician!